my name is Samantha Espinosa, and in this video we're gonna talk about the Women Day. For this, me and my classmates are gonna present some important women for the Ecuador. Matilde Hidalgo de Procel is one of the most important women in the Ecuador. She born on September 1829, Loja, Ecuador, and her parents were Juan Manuel Hidalgo and Carmen Navarro. Here are some important data about her. She was the first woman to graduate from a high school in Ecuador. Also, she was the first woman to vote in an election in all Latin America. This is so important for her and for the country, because it represents very well to the Ecuador. And for the last, she was the first woman to hold elected office in her country, Ecuador. Now, my friend Camila Torres will present Tránsito a Maguaña.
Tránsito Maguaña's parents and direct mastermind from their employer for a long period of time. Tránsito Maguaña only attended school for 6 months, during which time she learned the basics of reading and writing. Tránsito began working of her parents' employer at the age of 7. Doing domestic chores because it was considered that the girl was already old enough to wash, sweep, bring grass, help pass the food to the hacienda's workers, among other activities. In 1954, Tránsito Maguaña supported the organization of the Peasants of the Coast, who founded the Ecuadorian Federation of the Agricultural Workers of the Littoral.
Perfect. And now my classmate Diana Jimenez will present Mariana de Jesus.
Mariana de Paredes, Flores y Granobles y Jaramillo was born in the city of Quito on October 31, 1618. Her father was Jerónimo de Paredes, Flores y Granobles and her mother Mariana Jaramillo. Mariana was the youngest of 8 children. She became a member of the Third Order of San Francisco. The religious name she assumed at that time, Mariana de Jesus, was no doubt indicative as to where her spiritual life. Miracles. In Quito, there were several tremors that desperately housed and caused the death of some people. Mariana de Jesus offered herself as a sacrifice to end those tremors. So leaving the temple, she felt ill and shortly after those tremors subsided. She passed away on May 26, 1645. The Republic of Ecuador was declared her a national heroine. Her canonization was approved by Pope Pius XII on June 4, 1950.
Great. And now my classmate Gustavo Abril will present Manuela Sáenz.
Manuela Sáenz. Manuela Sáenz was born in Quito on December 27, 1797, and died on November 23, 1856. She was an Ecuadorian patriot recognized by contemporary Hispanic American independence historiography as a heroine of the independence of South America. In Santa Fe de Bogotá on September 25, 1828, the Libertador Simón Bolívar was the target of an assassination attempt, frustrated thanks to the brave intervention of Manuelita.
And for the end, my friend Juan Manuel López will present Ana de Peralta.
Ana de Peralta was the first feminist in Ecuador. Born in Huachi, Ambato province, she was the first woman to protest against the royal ID in 1775, issued by the kings of Spain for providing mestizo women for wearing indigenous and Spanish garments. In addition, she created the feminist movement in Ecuador. Her own surname is unknown, and only that of her husband, who was a merchant. Since the problem for which the royal ID was published was because it wanted to control the sexual appetite of the men by forcing women to be more covered.